Have you ever looked around your home and felt that everything was still in its place, yet your heart felt heavy? It is not really messy, not really cluttered. It is just that something is making you tired without knowing why. You are not lazy. You just have not found your rhythm. A rhythm to live, a rhythm to breathe, a rhythm to let go. This journey, zoning, returning to a lighter home, does not teach you to clean fast or to throw away much. It is 10 gentle and reflective stages where you simply sit, listen, and feel your home as if you were talking to an old friend. Each stage is a small zone of life: the door, the living room, the kitchen, the medicine corner, and even the layers within your heart. We will not clean loudly. We will only touch lightly. Enough for the house to breathe again. Enough for the heart to find calm again. Cleaning is not for perfection. Cleaning is to feel alive. And when your home begins to find its rhythm, you will also begin to see that life can be slow and still full. If you have ever been tired of cleaning endlessly while your home still feels chaotic, if you want to find peace again whenever you return, stay with me on this journey. Subscribe to Senior Life Reset, where we rediscover how to clean slowly, live lightly, and fall in love with our homes again, little by little. You can play this series before sleep, or while folding blankets, making tea, or wiping the table. Each stage is a pause, a small gift you give to yourself. And if you're listening, leave a short comment. I'm starting, or simply one word: peace. So I know you're here, with me, with your home, with the quiet breath of someone finding their gentle rhythm again. Stage 1, beginning. The house is not messy. It just has no rhythm. You can sit down or lie still. Breathe slowly. No preparation needed. We will just talk for a while about your home and about the rhythm of life you may have forgotten. Have you ever looked around and felt you are living among too many things? Not a mountain of stuff, not trash, not true clutter. Just a feeling that everything is crowding to breathe. The chair, the pile of newspapers, the basket by the door, the small nameless objects. Everything stays where it belongs, yet it still feels heavy. People often say, your home is messy because you do not know how to organize. But maybe that is not true. Your home is not messy. It just has no rhythm, like an orchestra with all its instruments, but no one playing to the same beat. The home is the same. It has everything, but each thing falls in its own way. The coat is waiting on the chair. The bill is waiting on the table. The key is somewhere you cannot recall. Nothing is wrong. Things just do not have a place to return to. Zoning, dividing into zones, sounds technical, but it is simple. It just means giving everything a place to rest. Just as you need a chair to relax, your belongings need a spot to stop wandering. When you step into your home, shoes stay by the door, keys rest in a small bowl, and mail sits in its tray. No more thinking, no more searching. Everything returns to its rightful place, like water flowing back to its river. And the strange thing is, when your home begins to flow, your heart begins to breathe. Sometimes we think we must do a lot, clean everything and throw away a lot. But no, sometimes you only need to create one small zone and let things settle. A basket for mail, a tray for keys, a corner for your reading glasses, and a small notebook. Just that, and your home already finds a new rhythm. You know, most of us do not keep things out of greed. We keep them because each item holds a memory. Every object is a small story, a time it was given, a time it was needed, a time it helped us through something. But those stories stay too long, piling up until the voice of the present becomes small. You do not need to force yourself to forget. Just give memories their own zone and give the present some space to breathe. Imagine this. You're standing at your doorway. No one is rushing you. No phone ringing. Just a gentle breeze. Before you is your familiar room. Still the same, but today you see it differently. You no longer ask, why is my home so messy? You simply ask, where does this item truly belong? And you start to see the flow. The cat wants to stay near the door. The cup wants to stay near the kettle. The paper wants its drawer. One by one, everything whispers to you. Just listen. When you listen, the home responds. Not with perfection, but with comfort. In the morning, you find your shoes faster. In the afternoon, your table feels clearer, without effort. At night, you sit down and no longer need to clear space for your cup of tea. This new rhythm does not come from trying. It comes from giving everything a place to belong. If you are tired today, it is fine. You do not need to do much. Just choose one small zone, maybe the table surface or the chair by the door. Inhale deeply, exhale slowly, and whisper, "This will be my first zone." Then simply put everything in that small area back in place. It does not need to be perfect, just needs to feel right. Tomorrow, you can do another zone, or not. It is fine, because this journey is not a race. It is your way of returning to your home, and your home's way of returning to you. One day you will realize your home is no longer messy, not because you threw away much, but because everything, including you, has begun to move in the same rhythm. You can close your eyes, hear the house breathe, hear your heart slow down, and when your breath joins that quiet space, you will know. This journey has just begun. Stage 2. The front door, the first place of return. You can relax your shoulders and let your breath slow down a little. There is nothing you need to do. We are simply continuing a very small part of the journey. Today, we will pause at the first place you pass each time you return home, the front door. Have you ever noticed that you walk through it dozens of times a day but rarely stop to feel it? Each time you come home, you open the door, set things down, take off your shoes, and hurry inside. Yet that door is the boundary between the world out there and the peace inside. It is like a breath, a small pause, reminding you that you are truly home. Just beyond the door is often the most chaotic place in any home. Shoes, bags, mail, keys, coats, and sometimes even a trash bag you forgot to take out. Everything gathers here like a small river flowing into the sea. But that sea mouth is not wrong. It just has not yet learned how to welcome. Landing zone may sound like a term from a book, but really it is just a reminder. Give everything a place to rest after its journey. Shoes need rest. Keys need rest. And even you need a moment to sit down so your soul can land. If you are listening to this while sitting near your door, look around. There might be an old pair of shoes, a hat, a bag of mail, or a few small things. They are not bad. They are simply waiting for you to say, "This will be where you can rest." A small chair so you can put on your shoes without bending too far. A low 2-tier shelf for the pairs you use most. A sturdy coat hook at a reachable height. A small ceramic bowl for keys and loose change. A paper tray or woven basket where new mail can rest before you read it. You do not need to buy anything expensive. Just create a warm corner that feels easy to breathe in. When you set your keys down in the bowl, notice the small sound. When you hang your coat, listen to the fabric touch the wood. That is the sound of welcome home. Small sounds, but so real, so gentle. If you arrange your entryway with care, it becomes more than a passage. It becomes the resting zone of the day, a place where all the weight from outside gently falls away, one item at a time. As you cross that threshold, you leave behind the dust, the noise, and all that does not need to follow you in. Imagine this. Every evening you open the door and a soft light glows from the corner shelf. Shoes aligned, bags still, keys resting where they belong. The first feeling is not, "I have to clean again," but "I am truly home." The front door does not need to be wide or fancy, just warm. One small corner can change the rhythm of your whole day. With this resting zone, you will notice something magical. The house seems tidier on its own because you no longer rush around searching for things each morning. You start to breathe more slowly when you reach the door, and your heart lightens with each return. Many people think cleaning a home is a big task, but sometimes you only need to tidy the threshold. Just as when we open our hearts, we do not need to change the whole world. We only need to open one small door for warmth to enter. If you want to try, start tonight. Do not clean everything, just touch lightly. Lift each pair of shoes, wipe the dust, and line them neatly. Hang the coat straight. Place the small bowl so the keys can rest. Then step back a little. Look at the doorway. Feel the gentle warmth, as if your home is saying, "Thank you for letting me breathe." When your front door is arranged with care, not only objects, but emotions find their place. Each time you leave, you do so neatly. Each time you return, you feel calm. That is enough for today. No more is needed. The first stage, the door zone, now has its own rhythm. Tomorrow, if you wish, we will go a little deeper to where the memories live, the living room, where we will learn how to let even memories have a place to rest. For now, breathe slowly, lean back, and let your home surround you with the quiet peace you have just created. Stage 3, the living room, where memories rest. Today, we go a little deeper. Past the doorway, past the hall, we arrive at the room where every story once began. The living room, the place where we once welcomed guests, laughed, cried, or sat silently for hours just listening to the clock. Maybe now that room feels quieter. The chairs are still there, the old rug is still there, and the memories, they still sit quietly somewhere among the things. Many people think cleaning means throwing things away, but really cleaning is a way to let memories rest. Because what we hold on to is not just objects, but emotions, people, and moments. The sweater your husband once wore. The picture frame was covered in a little dust. The Christmas card with faded ink. Each one whispers, "I was once a part of you." And we, out of affection, cannot bear to let them go. But you know, even memories need space to breathe. If we keep everything outside, there will be no room left to live today. Just like when a room is too full, warmth has no space to spread. Try looking around your living room. No need to act quickly, just look. Is there something that once made you smile, but now makes you feel a little tired whenever you see it? Is there a corner so packed that you can no longer see the wall behind it? Maybe it is time, not to throw things away, but to move them to another place. For example, a small box called a memory box. Inside it, you can keep a few photos, some keepsakes, things you still treasure but do not need to see every day. When memories have their own place, you do not lose them. You simply shift them so the present can enter. The living room is the heart of the home, but sometimes it is also the most wearying place, because everyone passes through and leaves traces behind. An old magazine, a misplaced remote, a half-folded blanket, a few bags waiting to go out. Small things, but without their own zone, they become small burdens in the eyes. Instead of forcing everything to look perfectly tidy, let the living room have its own rhythm. Maybe a soft basket under the coffee table for little things during the day, a tray on the table for your teacup, reading glasses, and notebook. A light blanket was folded neatly on the sofa. Everything is given a resting spot, just as people need a place to rest. You might have avoided cleaning your living room because you feared touching old memories. But truly, cleaning is not erasing. Cleaning is choosing. Like when you sort photos, you keep the most meaningful ones. Like when you prune a tree, you do not destroy it, you help it grow new leaves. Let this room become a place where memories are cherished and allowed to rest. Keep the few items that make you smile sincerely. Place them where the light falls. Wipe the glass on the picture frame so the smile inside shines brighter. And for the rest, wrap them gently, say thank you, and put them away. When you do this, the room changes, not because it is larger, but because it begins to breathe. Afternoon light passes through more easily. The old dusty smell fades. You hear your own footsteps again, no longer muffled by things. Some say a room is a mirror of the mind. When we are light, the room is light. When we hold too much, the room feels heavy. And when we learn to say, "That's enough," the room gives back the feeling of living, not just existing. If you are listening now, you may be sitting in your living room. Look around once more. No judgment. Just say softly, "Thank you for all these memories." Then inhale, exhale, and choose one small corner to begin. Just one. Maybe the tabletop, maybe the chair by the window. Tidy gently, wipe slowly, rearrange, leave a bit of space. When you do, you create not just order, but peace. Because a home, like a heart, is truly warm only when it has space for light to pass through. That is enough for today. You do not need to do more. Let the room rest and let the memories lie peacefully in their own place. Tomorrow, if you wish, we will step into the kitchen, where warmth and rhythm begin. For now, lean back, close your eyes, and listen to your room, breathing softly. Stage 4. The kitchen, the rhythm of life. You can sit down for a moment in the most familiar place in your home, maybe at the dining table or on the chair by the window where the morning light comes in. Inhale deeply, then exhale slowly. Today we will step into the kitchen, the place where the warmth of a home truly begins. People often say the kitchen is the heart of the home. Inside it are not only meals, but also rhythm, memories, love, and care. Every stain on the stove, every scratch on the pot tells of a meal, a morning, a time when someone cooked with all their heart. But as time passes, the kitchen also becomes a place that stores too much. Old jars, expired spices, unused machines, towels, plastic bags, things we keep just in case. And one day we step into the kitchen and no longer want to stay long. But you know, the kitchen never blames you. It is only waiting to breathe again. It just needs a rhythm, just one small zone. That is why today we are not cleaning the kitchen to make it pretty. We are giving it rhythm. Start by observing. Let your eyes move slowly across each corner. Look at the table where you make coffee. Look at the sink where the cup always waits. Look at the cabinet where things crowd together. Everything has its reason to be here, but maybe some are in the wrong zone. Imagine your kitchen as a river. The flow begins where you stand each morning, where you make tea or toast. If the sugar jar is far from the kettle, you take 2 or 3 steps just for 1 spoon. If cups are in the upper cabinet while plates are down below, your hands must stretch and bend. These small things, repeated daily, take more energy than you think. Zoning in the kitchen means arranging things according to your daily rhythm. Keep everything close to where you actually use it. Cups near the kettle, plates near the dishwasher, spices and pans near the stove. Storage containers are near the spot where you pack food. Each corner arranged this way gives you back a bit of breath, a bit of ease. If you take medicine in the morning, create a small medicine corner near where you make coffee, a small rotating tray, labeled jars, and soft light. Then taking medicine becomes not something to remember, but part of your gentle routine. And if you live alone, try keeping only what you truly use. You do not need 10 bowls, maybe 3 are enough. 1 for yourself, 2 for guests. Keeping fewer things is not about lack, it is about enough. Every extra item you release is 1 breath returned to your home. Now imagine you are making tea. Your hand reaches for the kettle, opens the drawer, takes the tea bag and grabs the cup right beside it. No thinking, no searching. Everything is where it belongs. You hear the water boil, see the steam rise, smell the tea spreading through the air. That quiet moment is the reward of zoning. And do not forget the living zone in the kitchen, the dining table, the small chair, or the window ledge where you keep a plant. It is not just a pretty spot, it is your pause, a sip of water, a small rest, watching sunlight pour in. The kitchen is not only where you cook, it is where you live. When the kitchen finds its rhythm, life finds its rhythm. You bump less, forget less, and lose your temper less. Meals become joy again, not duty. The sound of spoons, the drip of water, the scent of food, all become the background music of a peaceful day. If you can do only one thing today, choose one small zone in your kitchen to let it breathe. Maybe the countertop, maybe the first drawer you open each morning. Take out 3 things you no longer use. Wipe the surface. Put back only what makes you feel calm when you look at it. When you do, you give your kitchen a new breath, and when you step out of the kitchen, do not forget to look back. See the light on the counter. See the steam lingering in the air. See the small corner you just cleared. That feeling, peaceful enough and light, is the reason we tidy. Tomorrow we will visit another place, the medicine corner, small but essential, where we will learn how to care for ourselves more gently. But before that, stay in your kitchen for a while. Place your hand on the table. Breathe in and let your heart grow warm again, like the tea that still lingers in the cup. Stage 5, the medicine corner, the peaceful place of the body. You can sit still for a moment. Place your hand on your chest, inhale deeply, and exhale slowly. We have passed through the doorway, the living room, and the kitchen, places that nourish the spirit. Today we arrive at a smaller corner, but one that protects the most precious thing of all, the peace of your body. In every home, there is always such a little space, a place that keeps medicine, vitamins, gauze, oil, and small bottles filled with memories. Sometimes it is in the kitchen cabinet. Sometimes it is in the bedside drawer. Sometimes it is in a small plastic basket beside the sofa. Wherever it is, it quietly says one thing: you are taking care of yourself. Yet sometimes that corner becomes cluttered. Old medicine bottles still sit beside new ones. Empty boxes remain because I have not thrown them out yet. Some bottles have no labels. Some pills have changed color. Each time you need something, you bend, search, and shuffle, and your breath shortens. Your eyes tire. Your heart grows weary. Today we will not rush to clean. We will simply look again at this peaceful corner as a reminder that the body deserves gentle care, just as the home does. Let your memory follow your morning habit. When you wake, where do you take your medicine? At the table? By the window? Near the tea maker? If you must take several steps, open 3 drawers and reach for the bottle. Perhaps your medicine zone is out of rhythm. Zoning for the medicine corner means placing it where your body truly needs it. If you take medicine in the morning with tea, keep the tray near the kettle. If you take it at night, keep it beside your bedside lamp in a small box with a light lid. Do not hide it, but do not scatter it either. Keep it within hand's reach, within sight, easy to remember. You can use a small rotating tray, what people call a lazy Susan, so you can reach easily without bending. Label everything clearly. Big letters, light background. Place similar bottles together. Keep new medicine in front. Move old ones to a separate box. If something has expired, thank it, then let it go. But there is something more important than arrangement. It is how you touch the medicine. Many people look at pills as reminders of age, illness, or loss, but try seeing them differently. Each pill is a way your body is being loved. Each time you take one, you are saying to yourself, I am still caring for you. The medicine corner is small, but it can change how you feel about yourself. When you see your medicine neatly arranged, bright, and easy to reach, you feel more in control. You no longer have to take it, you are being cared for. And when the body is cared for, the mind softens too. Let warm light touch that space. A small golden lamp, a clean cloth beneath. It does not have to be perfect, just neat, bright, and kind to your hands. If you have to stretch high, lower it. If you have to bend low, raise it. Your body has worked all its life. Now everything should be within a gentle reach. If you have many types of medicine, for morning, noon, and night, you can use a day divider box or 3 small trays. Each time you refill them, do it in silence. No rush. Each pill placed is like a small promise. Today I will live calmly and softly. You might also be keeping some bottles that belong to someone who has passed away. Part of you cannot throw them out because they still carry their scent. If so, give those bottles a small ritual. Place them in a fabric pouch. Write a little note. Thank you for being here. Then move them elsewhere, not in your current medicine zone, but in the zone of memory, because this corner now belongs to you. Remember, every zone in your home is a rhythm of life. The doorway is the rhythm of return. The living room, the rhythm of memory. The kitchen, the rhythm of life. And the medicine corner, the rhythm of peace. It does not need much. It does not need to be pretty. Only light and easy to reach. If you can do one small thing today, choose to organize your medicine corner. Take a soft cloth and gently wipe each bottle. Reread the names. Keep what you need. Release what is done. When you do, you are touching your own breath. With care, patience. No rush, no judgment. And when you finish, sit for a while. Look at the neat little tray before you. Inhale, exhale. That feeling, calm, light, and safe, is exactly what this corner wants to give you. Tomorrow we will continue into deeper layers of the home and the heart. But tonight, simply know this. You have done enough. Your body is cared for. Your home is breathing. And you are living slowly, but truly. Stage 6. The layers of the house and the heart. Today we will move a little slower. We will no longer walk from room to room, but instead look deeply inside the home and inside ourselves. Because truly, those two places always reflect each other. When the house has too many layers of belongings, our hearts also carry layers we have not yet untangled. When we learn to clear physical layers, we also learn to touch the emotional ones. Every home has its own layers. The first layer is the most visible. The tabletops, the chairs, the things we see every day. They are what we touch most often, yet they are easily covered by nameless little items. An unread paper, an old pair of glasses, a pen, a bill, a gift still unopened. They gather quietly like unfinished thoughts. The second layer hides in drawers and cabinets, the things we do not see but know are there. Souvenirs, old clothes, tangled cords, bottles of perfume, and things we keep for later. It is the layer of hesitation, what we cannot quite let go of but no longer use. Then comes the third layer, the floor, the corners, the spaces we rarely visit. Maybe the attic, the basement, or a closed room. Those places often hold not only objects, but also memories and fears. The things there carry the scent of the past, the people, the moments, the hurts we are not yet ready to release. If you notice, we have the same layers inside us. The first layer is our current emotions, joy, sadness, fatigue, worry. The second layer holds the unspoken regrets, unfinished things. And the deepest layer is where we keep what once hurt us, the things we do not wish to remember. Home and heart, two rivers flowing side by side. When we lighten one, the other softens too. Imagine walking around your home, not to clean, but to listen. Each physical layer is a story, each item a whisper. You might hear something faint. I have been here long enough. Not everything must be kept, and not everything must be thrown away. Try this. Choose one layer, not many. If you choose the visible layer, tables, chairs, shelves, tidy only within your sight. If you choose the drawer layer, open just one. If you choose the floor layer, touch only one small corner. Not all, just one zone that can breathe. When you pick up an item, ask 3 things. Do I still use this? Do I still like this? Do I need this to live forward? If 2 of 3 answers are no, let it go, gently, without blame. And if something stirs pain when you touch it, stop. No need to decide, just place your hand on it and breathe. Maybe it is not ready to leave, or maybe you are not ready to let it go. Either way, it is okay. Cleaning is not about throwing away, it is about understanding what still holds you. As you clear each layer, you will see something magical. Not only does the home brighten, but the mind clears. A bare table makes thoughts easier to flow. A neat drawer lightens the heart. A clean corner deepens the breath. It is like removing an old coat, not because it is ugly, but because your body needs to move freely again. People often think cleaning is heavy work, but truly it is a conversation with yourself. When you ask an item, "Do I still need you?" you're also asking your heart, "Do I still need this feeling?" Sometimes the answer does not come right away. It may take days, weeks, or even seasons. But each time you look again, you will notice the layers thinning. You start to see the floor again, then the walls, and then the light. If you want to try now, choose a very small layer, maybe the bedside table. Pick up 7 things, keep 3, release 4. Wipe slowly. Watch the surface brighten. Then sit down. Breathe deeply. That feeling, clean, light, calm, is you clearing a layer within. Because in the end, cleaning is not about emptiness. It is about giving light a place to enter. Tomorrow, we will move to another space, the space of readiness, a small reflection that shows how far you have come in this journey. But before that, sit still a little longer. Look around your home. Look inside your heart. Thank each layer for bringing you here. Then gently say, "Enough, I am ready for the next layer." Stage 7, the small test of readiness. You can sit down or lie still if you're listening before sleep. No need to turn on a bright light, just listen and let your breath slow down. We have passed through 6 stages, from the doorway, the living room, and the kitchen, to the deeper layers of the heart. And today we pause at a place not in the home, but in a very quiet corner within ourselves, the place of readiness. Readiness to let go, readiness to feel light, readiness to move forward. No one truly declutters with their hands alone. Every outer action begins inside, from that single moment when you whisper, "I can let this go." But how do you know when you are ready? There is a very gentle way I'd like you to try. It is called the 3-item test. Just 3, no more. Imagine sitting in your room, surrounded by the familiar things that have been with you for years. Look around and pick any 3. They do not need to be valuable, only within reach. Maybe an old book, a sweater you no longer wear, or a small gift whose giver you have forgotten. Then ask yourself, if I gave away one of these 3 things today, how would I feel? If you feel light, smile. It means you are ready to release a small part, and that is enough for today. If you feel regret, that's fine too. Leave it. Regret means it still holds a piece of memory that you are not ready to part with. If you feel uncertain, that is also good. Uncertainty means you are beginning to have a conversation with yourself. Letting go is never simple. It is a tender dialogue between reason and heart. Perhaps you have lost something before. Perhaps you once gave away an item and later wished you had kept it. That fear makes us hold on to more than we need. But remember, when something is released at the right moment, it will find someone who needs it more than you. And then it is not lost. It simply moves to where it can be useful again. The 3-item test is not about discarding. It is about listening. When you hold an object, you're holding a memory. When you set it down, you're saying thank you. Imagine yourself doing this now. You pick up the old sweater, soft but a little worn. It has been with you for many years through mornings and afternoons. You touch it and smile, remembering. Then you lay it down gently as if placing back a small part of life already lived. Next, you pick up a book, read, dog-eared, with a coffee stain in the middle. You exhale and place it in the to-gift basket. Finally, you pick up something small, a photo frame or a chipped mug. You are not sure, then keep it. Because decluttering is never about forcing yourself. See, letting go does not need to be fast, only real, only at the right time. When you let go rightly, the heart feels no regret. and the house feels lighter too. Someone once said, "We do not need to throw things away to forget. We just need enough peace to look back without pain." That is when you know you are ready. If you wish, you can repeat this test every week, each time only 3 things. No more. Because lasting change does not come from one stormy day, but from many small, gentle ones like this. And each time you give something away, whisper, "Thank you for coming this far with me." When you say that, you are speaking to the object, to your heart, and to the part of your past that still lives within you. Readiness is not strength, it is lightness, it is peace. It is when you no longer need to convince yourself, yet you can set something down and smile. If today you simply thought about 3 things, that is enough. You have begun to listen to yourself. Tomorrow we will visit another zone, where you will realize that no one needs to live like anyone else. Each of us has our own rhythm, our own way, our own home within. But before that, take 1 deep breath in and 1 slow breath out. Thank yourself for being brave enough to try. Stage 8. Choosing the rhythm that fits you. Let your body relax. You do not need to do anything. Take a deep breath in, then exhale slowly. We have moved through the peaceful zones of the home, touched each corner, each layer, each rhythm. Today we speak about the most important part of this journey, finding your true rhythm of living. Have you noticed? Each person has their own way of living at home. Some prefer everything hidden and neat, like water flowing quietly underground. Others like everything open and visible, like a lake under sunlight. Some arrange in straight lines, others follow inspiration. No one is the same, because a home, like life, mirrors the person who lives within it. When we were young, we could live by others' ways, our mother's order, our children's advice, our friends' opinions. But when we reach the middle of life, the home should breathe with our own rhythm. Every item in it should say, "I belong to this person." Some people love clarity. They belong to the macro type. They prefer large zones with few details, quick and simple systems. 1 big basket for all towels, 1 drawer for all papers, 1 large tray for all keys. No tiny divisions, just easy to put away, easy to find. Others belong to the micro type. They enjoy dividing everything by kind, label, and order. Each spoon in its own jar, each paper in the right folder, each box clearly marked. They find comfort in seeing things aligned, like even notes on a musical score. There are also the visual ones. They need to see to remember. They like open shelves, hooks, things visible at a glance. If they hide things away, they forget. For them, seeing their belongings is a reassurance. And another group, the hidden type, feels calm when surfaces are clear and things stay behind closed doors. For them, tidiness means blank space, the relief of not seeing clutter. None of these is right or wrong. The only right one is what fits you. Maybe you once cleaned the way someone else told you to, and felt tired without knowing why. Maybe your child said to organize one way, or a friend suggested another kind of cabinet. But if it makes you feel uncomfortable, strained, or unwilling to begin, that is not your rhythm. Decluttering is not about learning someone else's way. It is about understanding your own. If you like things open, let them stay open. If you prefer hidden, keep them hidden. If you need to see everything, use large labels. If you love simplicity, keep only a few familiar things. What matters is that when you look around, you feel you can breathe. The right rhythm does not come from appearance. It comes from feeling. A home that fits your rhythm is a place where you can live slowly, without rushing, without searching, without remembering, just being. Try listening to your day. When do you wake? Where do you make tea? Where do you rest? When do you read? How do you snack? Every action has its rhythm. When you arrange your home to follow it, you no longer have to tidy. Everything naturally returns to place. For example, if you often drink tea by the window, keep a small tray there. If you like to write before bed, keep your notebook and pen by the bedside lamp. If you take off your coat near the door, place a hook right there. When your belongings follow your daily rhythm, you do not need to remember. You simply live. Some say a tidy home is one with few things. I think differently. A tidy home moves in harmony with the person inside. When your home begins to match you, you will notice something strange. You no longer feel tired of cleaning. You no longer need to start over. Everything flows with your rhythm. What you place down returns to the place. What you use finds its zone again. Like breath, in and out, naturally. And when that rhythm steadies, your home becomes an extension of you. It is not just where you live, it lives with you. With your breath, your years, your heartbeat. If you want to do something today, do not start by cleaning. Start by listening. Walk slowly through your home. Place your hand on each item and ask, do you want to be here or somewhere else? Sometimes the object will answer, not in words, but in feeling. You will sense which no longer fits, which needs to move, which makes you smile. And in that moment, you are cleaning, not just the home, but your heart. Tomorrow, we will talk about something beautiful. How to renew your home as you renew yourself. How a small change can awaken love for your living space again. But before that, sit quietly. Take a deep breath and say to yourself, I do not need to be like anyone else. I only need to live in my own rhythm. Stage 9. The season of beauty returns. When a corner of the home changes color, you can sit quietly. Close your eyes, inhale deeply, then exhale slowly. Today we will not tidy. We will simply touch the home, as you would touch an old friend. Because sometimes the home gets tired too. And like us, it needs to be renewed so it can keep living alongside us, slowly and peacefully. People often think that to fall in love with their home again, they must paint the walls, buy new things, or replace all the furniture. But that is not true. Love does not come from grand changes. It comes from the small differences we create with our hands, our eyes, and our sense of care. There are days when all it takes is moving a chair, shifting an old curtain, wiping the window ledge, and placing a small vase of flowers there. Suddenly the room feels brighter, lighter, as if it has taken a long breath after sleep. A home, like a person, needs renewal to keep its rhythm alive. When the season changes, when the light shifts, when the air feels new, the home too wishes to wear a different coat, not to show off, but to remind itself that it is still living, still beautiful, still moving. Imagine this. It is morning, and you walk into your living room. The first sunlight of the season spills across the table. You place a new cloth there, or maybe just fold the old one more neatly. You change a pillow cover from gray to blue, from yellow to beige, according to the season. You place a few leaves or wildflowers in a vase, picked from your garden or bought from the nearby market. Everything remains the same, yet somehow it feels completely new. That difference costs nothing. It only asks for attention. When you touch your home, it touches you back. When you renew one small corner, you are renewing yourself. Every object in the home carries the energy of the person who touches it. Wiping a table calms your heart. Changing a pillow cover refreshes the air around your chest. Straightening a picture frame gently organizes your memories. If you feel your home has become too familiar, it means your eyes no longer see it with your heart. That is when you need to change one detail, just to open the heart again. You do not need to buy more. You only need to move things. Bring the flower vase from the dining table to the bedside. Hang the picture where the light reaches. Move a chair closer to the window. Each time you shift something, the home's energy shifts too. It creates freshness, like a spring breeze entering your space. And if you love the seasons, let your home change with you. Spring, add a touch of green leaves. Summer, lightness, brightness, a few woven textures. Autumn, warm browns, thicker fabrics, a scent of cinnamon or wood. Winter, soft yellow lights, a cozy blanket, a cup of tea ready. Nothing complicated, just the feeling of time flowing, because that is how we know we are living with life, not just passing through it. Someone once said, "The home knows when we touch it," and it is true. When you place your hand on the table and wipe slowly, it responds with the scent of wood and glimmers of light. When you open the window, it answers with a breeze and birdsong. When you place a flower, it replies with softness, filling the room. If you are tired today, do not try to clean. Just choose one small corner and make it beautiful. Maybe your tea table, your desk, or the nightstand. Rearrange a few things, remove a little, add one detail that makes you smile. A lamp switched back on, a folded cloth lying neat. Small things, but you will feel the difference. Because renewing your space is also renewing yourself. And you know, every time we refresh, we are telling time, I'm still here. I am still living. When the home changes color, the heart changes rhythm. Everything feels lighter, warmer, closer. It stops being just a place you return to and becomes the place you truly are. If you have time tonight, light a candle, dim the lamps, and let the soft glow spread. Inhale, exhale, and look at the small corner you just renewed. Even if you changed only one detail, you have told your home it is still loved. Tomorrow, we will reach the final stage, where this journey closes in stillness, with a day of light cleaning made of breath and gratitude. But tonight, simply remember, your home, no matter how old or small, can always become beautiful again with just one gentle touch and a little love. Stage 10. A light day cleaning. In 30 minutes with breath and stillness, you can lie down or lean back in your chair. No need to turn on another light, no need to prepare anything. The final stage of this journey is not an ending. It is a pause, where you and your home breathe together in a slow, quiet, and honest rhythm. Through 10 stages you have walked with me, from the doorway, the living room, and the kitchen, to the medicine corner, the layers, the test of readiness, the daily rhythm, and the changing seasons. Now, your home may not be perfect, but it has a rhythm, and you, the heart of that home, now live with a different rhythm too, lighter, more grateful, more at peace. Today we do only one thing. We clean for 30 minutes with breath. No goal, no pressure, nothing to finish. Just a morning or an evening of gentle movement. Let's begin. Inhale. Exhale. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Feel the air in your home. Everything is still here. The walls, the light, the chair, the cup of tea, the wind. Nothing needs to change. You are simply listening again to your home, after so many years of rushing through things to do. Now choose one small corner, any corner, maybe a tabletop, a chair, a step, or your nightstand. Not many, just one. Call it your peaceful zone. Step 1. Inhale deeply. Look at that zone. No judgment. Do not call it messy. Just see it as you would a friend. Step 2. Use both hands to gather everything from that spot. Gently. Place it all on a flat surface, maybe a table or bed. Step 3. Inhale again. Choose 3 things that make you smile. Put them back. These are the ones that stay. Step 4. Among the rest, choose 3 things you know it is time to let go of. An old paper, an empty box, a small unused item. Thank them and release them softly. Step 5. Wipe the empty surface slowly. You do not need a special cleaner, just a warm cloth or your clean hand. When you wipe, be present. Each circle of your hand is a breath. Each breath is a new rhythm. When you lift your head, the space will look different. Not only tidy, but bright. Not only bright, but warm. Not only warm, but calm. 30 minutes like this is not cleaning time. It is living time. One day, one corner. One week, a few corners. Soon you will see your home change, not because you worked harder, but because you moved with consistency. Like breathing, not long, not short, just steady. If you have listened this far but not started yet, that's fine. Maybe you simply need to rest. Maybe you only need to listen, to feel your heart soften a little. Because sometimes, cleaning does not begin with the hands. It begins with a ready heart. Let this journey close in silence. No music, no plan, no should. Just you and your home, sitting side by side, listening to each other breathe. Inhale deeply, exhale slowly, look around, whisper, "Thank you." Thank you, home, for sheltering you all these years. Thank you, belongings, for being useful once. Thank yourself for not giving up, even on the hard days. When you open your eyes, maybe nothing seems different, but in truth, everything is. Because you have started to live in a new rhythm, lighter, calmer, warmer. And if tomorrow feels messy again, it's okay. You already know the way back. Just 30 minutes. Just breathe. Just you. That is cleaning the home, and also cleaning yourself. If you are hearing these words, it means you have journeyed through all 10 stages of zoning, returning to the gentle home. 10 stages, 10 zones, 10 rhythms, not only about decluttering, but about coming home to yourself. From the first doorway where we learned to set down burdens, to the kitchen where we found warmth again, to the medicine corner where we cared for the body, and the living room where memories could rest, step by step, zone by zone. You have not only cleared space, but also cleared your heart. Maybe you have not done it all. Maybe you only listened. Maybe you only tidied one small corner. But that is enough. Because this journey was never meant to be finished. It was meant to begin. Every time you rearrange an item, wipe a table slowly, or simply sit and breathe, you are already living a little lighter. The home does not need perfection. It only needs ease. And so do you. You do not need to be tidy all the time, only to know when to pause, when to rest, when to put things down. If this journey has brought you even a small sense of peace, keep this as your quiet ritual each day. Maybe 10 minutes in the morning, maybe 15 at night, just one zone, one breath, one simple act. Clean less, live deeper, and let your heart be still. If you want to continue this calm and mindful rhythm, subscribe to Senior Life Reset. Here we will keep walking together through more gentle journeys about sleep, memory, and simple, fulfilling living after 60. Leave a small comment, a corner you cleared, a feeling you discovered, or simply one word, peace. Every word you write is a way of reconnecting with yourself, and a message of encouragement for others beginning to lighten their homes and their lives. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening, for being patient, for slowing down with me. Take a deep breath in, exhale slowly, lift your head and look around your home. Then whisper, "Thank you. For today, I have returned."